Earn a good salary, but still live paycheck to paycheck? After rent and everyday costs, how much is actually left? Let's look at the psychology.
Why smart earners keep living paycheck to paycheck. Have you ever wondered how someone can earn $70,000, $90,000, or even $120,000 a year and still feel like they're waiting for the next paycheck? It sounds like a contradiction. If your income is rising, shouldn't your financial stress be falling? Not necessarily. And the interesting part is that many people living paycheck to paycheck aren't financially careless. They work hard, understand basic money concepts, and sometimes earn more than the average household. The problem is often much quieter than that. It's the way a higher income slowly becomes a more expensive life. Imagine someone in their early 30s living in a major American or European city. They earn the equivalent of around $90,000 a year. On paper, that sounds comfortable. But after taxes, health insurance, pension contributions, and other deductions, perhaps only around $5,500 reaches their bank account each month. Then reality begins. Rent or a mortgage might take $2,000. A car payment, insurance, fuel and maintenance could easily cost another $800. Student loans or other debt might take $400. Credit card payments, subscriptions, groceries, utilities, phone bills, and everyday expenses can add another $1,500 or more. Suddenly, that $5,500 monthly income doesn't feel very large. Maybe there's only $500 or $600 left. And that amount has to cover unexpected expenses, travel, repairs, gifts, medical costs, and savings. So the person isn't necessarily spending money recklessly. They're simply operating inside a financial structure where almost every dollar already has a destination. And this is where the hidden mistake appears. The mistake isn't always spending too much money on one thing. It's allowing your fixed lifestyle to grow at almost the same speed as your income. Let's make the math simple. Suppose your take-home income increases by $1,000 a month. You might think, great, now I can save $1,000. But instead, you upgrade the apartment by $300. Your car payment increases by $250. Eating out and delivery increase by $150. Subscriptions, shopping, travel, and other lifestyle expenses add another $200. Now your $1,000 raise has created only $100 of additional savings capacity. Your income went up significantly, but your financial flexibility barely changed. This is lifestyle inflation, and it doesn't usually feel like a financial mistake. That's what makes it powerful. Nobody wakes up and says, "Today I'm going to destroy my ability to build wealth." Instead, the decisions sound completely reasonable. I can afford the nicer apartment. I've got a better job now, so I deserve a better car. Everyone at work has one. I'll pay the credit card off next month. I can always save more later. Each decision seems harmless by itself. The problem is what happens when all of them become permanent, monthly commitments. Human psychology is particularly good at adapting to new circumstances. A $500 monthly car payment can feel painful at first. 6 months later, it becomes normal. The nicer apartment feels exciting for a while. Eventually, it simply becomes where you live. The same thing happens with restaurants, vacations, technology, clothing, and convenience. Your lifestyle adjusts upward, but your definition of normal adjusts with it. And that's why someone earning $100,000 can sometimes feel almost as financially restricted as someone earning $60,000. The numbers are different, but the psychological experience can be surprisingly similar. There's another problem. Fixed expenses are difficult to reverse. If you lose income, your rent doesn't automatically fall. Your car lender doesn't reduce the payment because your company cut your hours. Your credit card bill doesn't disappear because inflation increased the cost of groceries. This is why financially intelligent people often think differently about raises. They don't automatically ask, "What can I afford now?" They also ask, "What additional commitments am I creating?" That's a very different question. Imagine two people receive the same $1,000 monthly raise. Person A increases their lifestyle by $800. Person B increases their lifestyle by $300 and keeps $700 available for savings, investing, or future flexibility. After 1 year, person B has created $8,400 of additional financial capacity. And the difference becomes much larger over time. If that $700 monthly amount were invested and earned an average 7% annual return, it could grow to roughly $117,000 over 10 years. That's not a promise. Markets don't guarantee a 7% return. The point is simply that small differences in monthly financial capacity can become very large differences over long periods. And this is where the idea of being good with money changes. Financial intelligence isn't necessarily about knowing every investment strategy. Sometimes it's simply understanding the difference between income and financial freedom. A high income gives you options, but high fixed expenses can quietly take those options away. The financially stable person isn't necessarily the person with the biggest salary. It may be the person whose lifestyle requires less of that salary. They understand that every recurring payment is more than a payment. It's a commitment against future income. And once you see money this way, certain decisions start looking different. A $700 car payment isn't just $700. It's $8,400 a year. A $500 lifestyle upgrade isn't just $500. It's $6,000 a year. And over several years, those choices can represent tens of thousands of dollars that could have remained available for savings, investments, emergencies, or simply greater freedom. None of this means you shouldn't enjoy your money. The goal isn't to live cheaply forever. It's to understand what you're actually purchasing when your lifestyle becomes more expensive. Because sometimes you're not buying a better life. You're buying a more expensive obligation. And that's the uncomfortable reason smart earners can remain stuck. Not because they don't earn enough. Not because they're irresponsible. But because their lifestyle grows quietly until their income has nowhere left to go. Financial progress often begins when you stop asking, "How much can I afford?" and start asking, "How much of my income do I want to keep flexible?" That small change in perspective can make the difference between earning more and actually becoming financially stronger. If you found this perspective useful, consider subscribing for more calm, practical conversations about money and financial psychology.